Welcome to Black Mountain Wargaming. Today we have Fyreslayers and their new war scrolls versus Blades of Khorne. Okay, so here's my 1985 points of Greyfrd Fyreslayers. I have 3 battalions today. The first battalion I have is a command entourage, which consists of a Runesmiter on Magmadroth with the artifact of power, the Salamanders Cloak, which will give him a 5-up ward save. He also has the General's trait Battle Scarred Veteran, which is +1 attack on his melee weapons. And his mount trait is Cold-Hearted Ancient. And then I've decided to give him the Prayer of Ash. Then the next model I have in that unit is the Flamekeeper. I will do a little talk through the Flamekeeper and his rules after the little army walkthrough here, because he's pretty cool. And he's a new model. So up next we've got the Runesmiter, just a Runesmiter on foot who has Runic Empowerment and Searing Heat as his prayers. Then I have a Runemaster who also has an artifact of power, which is the Ashbeard, which allows him to know 2 prayers instead of 1. So he knows Ember Storm, Searing Heat, and then obviously his normal volcanoes call as well. So I'm able to take 2 extra artifacts of power because I'm Greyfrd, and that's their ability. Next up I have the next battalion is a battle regiment, and the battle regiment just consists of the battlesmith, who also has an artifact of power. He has the icon of the ancestors, which gives his banner aura an extra 6 inches onto it, so it's an 18-inch aura when I plant the banner of +1 save, which is hopefully going to be a bit helpful. And then I've got 2 squads of Auric Hearthguards with that unit, and then we are going on to the Hunters of the Heartland next, which are the units in the middle. So that's the 2 units of 15 Hearthguard Berserkers, 1 unit of 10 Volkites with shield and axes. Then I have the pizza oven as normal there at the back, and I have a Molten Infernoth in the list as well. Now, a couple of things just to bear in mind for this game. We are going to be using the new war scrolls. So the new war scrolls for the Auric Hearthguard, the new war scrolls for the Volkite Berserkers, and the new war scrolls for the Hearthguard Berserkers. A couple of things have changed. The Hearthguard Berserkers have gone up 10 points for every 5 you take. So it's 135 points for 5 of them now, as opposed to 125. And they've lost, well, not lost, but there's been a slight change to how they gain their 4-up ward save. Now they have to be wholly within 9 inches of a hero, as opposed to just within 10 as they were previously. So I think that could be pretty huge. It's going to mean that there's going to need to be some very critical placement of heroes and units to gain that 4+ ward. So it will keep the game, I think, a little bit more interesting than it was before. The Aurics, they have taken a bit of a pounding. So they no longer get double damage against monsters, which is not particularly good. And then they've also lost the bodyguard rule, which is huge when your army relies so heavily on its heroes. But they have gained the ability on 6s to hit that they reduce the unit's speed by 1 inch. So we'll see, and that can stack as well. So we'll see how that pans out in the game. Volkite Berserkers have actually come out pretty well. They've got a base, well, with the shields, they've got a base 4-up save now. So if you use all-out defense, going to a 3-up save, which is pretty tasty. But we'll see how all of these new war scrolls work in the game. We'll go on to next a little bit of a talk about the Flamekeeper, and then we'll see what Rick's bringing in his 2000 points of Khorne. Okay, so just going to have a little chat about the Auric Flamekeeper. Just because he's a brand new model, only released last weekend, I managed to get my hands on one and get him painted up for this game. So, pretty normal stat line for a dwarf. He's got 5 wounds, movement 4, save 4+, bravery 8. He's equipped with a brazier axe. Brazier axe is +3+ to hit, 3+ to wound, -1 rend and 2 damage. And he gets 4 attacks with this weapon. Now, he's got a couple of other cool abilities. Master Flame Rune. When this unit is set up, place a d6 beside it with the 1 facing up. each time a friendly Fyreslayer's model is slain within 12 inches, and that's model, not unit, model is slain within 12 inches of this unit, increase the value of the dice beside the unit by 1 to a maximum of 6. Once per turn, at the start of the combat phase, if the value of this dice beside this unit is a 6, you can say that it will draw upon the power of runes of their fallen brethren. If you do so, pick one friendly Auric Hearthguard, Hearthguard Berserkers or Volkite Berserkers unit wholly within 12 of this unit and apply one of the following effects. So these are pretty cool. So Grimnir's Grit, that unit has a 6-up ward save. I mean, that's okay against Auric for Auric Hearthguard, and it's okay for the Volkite Berserkers, but not great for Hearthguard Berserkers. Grimnir's Wrath. If a model in this unit is slain, and that model has not yet fought in this phase, that model can fight before it is removed from play. So that's pretty cool. Once again, that would be cool for any of them, all close combat. Grimnir's Resolve. That unit can immediately attempt a charge. So once per turn at the start of the combat phase, not your combat phase, the combat phase, that unit can immediately attempt a charge. So does that mean it can attempt a charge in the other player's phase? That's pretty cool. And then Grimnir's Vengeance. Add 1 to the damage characteristics of that unit's melee weapons. Now, can you imagine that on the Hearthguard Berserkers with the axes? Oof, that would be pretty tasty. So, that is the Auric Flamekeeper. I just thought I would do a little bit of a talk about him before we start the game. So next up, we'll be getting on to Rick's army, and today he is bringing the Demons of Khorne.
Hello, and my 1980 point Khorne Demons list is as follows. It is the Slaughter Host, the Bloodlords, and my grand strategy is Hold the Line. My triumph is Bloodthirsty. I have a core battalion of a battle regiment, which consists of my general, which is the Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury, who has the command trait Slaughterer's Thirst and the artifact Halo of Blood. It also includes a Slaves to Darkness Demon Prince with the Mark of Khorne for that lovely half-distance charge range in it within 18 inches. It has 4 units of Bloodletters, all with the banner that gives me extra models back on a 1 rather than the reroll the charge. And a unit of 5 Flesh Hounds. And then outside the battalion is Scarbrand, because he is awesome, and 2 Skull Cannons. And that is my army. And I forgot, in the battalion is also 6 Skull Crushers. It's all been reinforced once.
Okay, so we've rolled off for the mission, and the mission is First Blood. So it's got this deployment where we're in the corners, and then just the 3 main objectives in the middle. So the objectives are as follows. 1 on here, 1 just in the middle there, and 1 over there. And then we've got the deployment zones here. Rick won the roll-off and got me to deploy first. He is a 4-drop army, and I'm an 8. Just a little clarification on the points for Rick's army. I thought I had 10 Bloodhounds, but I don't. I only have 9 for some reason, so I must be missing 1 somewhere. So we had to change his list slightly last minute and put in an extra 10 Bloodletters instead of the Bloodhounds, which means that he's actually sitting at 1990 points. So I believe, I will just double check my points again. I believe that means that I get the triumph. So we'll just have a little look and go from there. Here is the Fyreslayers deployment, so right up against the line. Nothing in the corner here, right up against the line with everything. Got the Runesmiter on foot down here with 5 Aurics and 15 Hearthguard Berserkers at the front. And then we've got the Volkite Berserkers here with the Battlesmith. Now the Battlesmith has his special artifact banner giving him an 18-inch bubble, which keeps everyone in the bubble. And then I've got the Runemaster with the extra powers, Runesmiter on Magmadroth, and then the Flamekeeper at the front with the Hearthguard Berserkers there.
You're in 1950 points, so you get the triumph.
I was at 1950, but then I changed my list slightly, so I think I'm 1985. But I will double check. So Rick's got his Bloodletters up front, Bloodletters on top, Blood Crushers over that side with the Bloodhounds at the front, and then hiding away at the back is Scarbrand, Demon Prince, and then the Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury. So we all know what happens next. Rick finished deploying first, so Rick decides who goes first, and this is when he gives me first turn. Normally.
Yes, I do actually.
Okay, so it'll be turn 1 to Fyreslayers. Okay, so we've done the command phase for the Fyreslayers. To start off with, Rick got a command point on his Demon Prince. I attempted to get a command point on my Runesmiter on Magmadroth, but actually failed. Then I've done a few prayers. So I did a Prayer of Ash from the Runesmiter on Magmadroth onto the Hearthguard Berserkers, so they've got +1 to their save. And then the Runemaster cast Ember Storm onto the same unit, so they can move, run, and charge. I will always be planting the banner. There'll be no time that I won't be planting the banner, so just presume from now on, every command phase, he's planting the banner. So he's planting the banner there. And then last but not least, Runic Empowerment went off from the Runesmiter here onto the Hearthguard Berserkers at the front. So that is end of the command phase for the Fyreslayers. We'll be going on to the movement phase next. Just to mention as well, before we go on to the movement phase, I picked the rune for the throwing axes and it didn't explode, so it's just given me +1 to hit with the throwing axes. Although now I'm saying that, I'm probably regretting that, because the new war scrolls for the throwing axes, actually they hit on 4s and wound on 4s, so that would have been hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, which actually isn't too bad for throwing axes army wide. So I maybe shouldn't have done that, but I have used it. And then I've gone for Furious Advance, and I'm going to run with the Hearthguard Berserkers, the Flamekeeper, and the Runesmiter on Magmadroth. So movement phase next. Okay, so end of movement. Everything's just moved. Well, in fact, pretty much everything ran. So the Hearthguard Berserkers ran to get a model up onto the centre. And these all ran up as well. Got quite a high movement for these. These are moving about 10 inches. Everything else is just shuffled up a little bit. The Flamekeeper, the Hearthguard Berserkers, and the Smiter all ended within 3 inches of each other, so I get my battle tactic there. And then the Hearthguard Berserkers advanced over here as well, or ran over here, and they're controlling that objective there. So that is the end of my turn. There's no charges here and no shooting that's in range. So that will be I control 1, I control 2, I control more, so 3 points for that. And then 2 points from a battle tactic. Yeah, 2 points for the battle tactic, so that's 5 points so far for the Fyreslayers. We'll go on to Demons of Khorne, turn 1, next. Okay, so the hero phase for the Demons of Khorne is done already. It was just a quick one. It was, did you get the CP?
No.
No, so tried to get a CP, didn't get a CP. I tried to get a CP on my Runesmiter on Magmadroth and got a CP, and that was it. That was the end, yeah?
Yeah.
We've selected Conquer.
Conquer? Yeah, for the centre.
Basically, because I've only got 1 on here, so he just needs to get 2 on there, and then he's got Conquer straight away. So we will go on to the movement phase next. So Rick's just deciding what to do with a couple of units, but I'll just show you what's happening so far. In the movement phase, these guys got a 6 to advance, so they're moved up 11 from around the back near the skull cannons. And then these guys got a 1 inch advance, but it still got them within 6 of this objective. So this objective is currently being held. The dogs advanced, auto advanced 6 from the Bloodthirster. So they have conquered the objective in the middle, so that is now achieved. Skull cannons have just moved up. The blood letters at the back there have just moved up, and we're just waiting to see what the skull crushers are doing. Skull crushers are coming, hey diddle diddle.
They're a little bit
straight up the middle.
Far out at the moment to really do anything.
Okay.
But if I play for the double turn, they're essentially go either way.
Okay. And then we've got Scarbrand and the Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury at the back, and then the Demon Prince is behind that rock. You can just see his wings.
Yeah.
Let's see what they do.
I think he moves 10.
Yeah. I'm trying to hold the camera out a little bit further for you guys. Just let me know what you think, whether you prefer it further out or prefer it closer in like the previous battle reports. Just trying something a little bit different. Just seeing what you think. Straight over the top.
And then Scarbrand is going to come round that way.
Okay, so that's the deployment for these guys, or the movement for these guys done. So we will catch you back in the shooting phase, because there is a little bit of shooting from this army. So we'll go into that next.
Time out.
Rick's a horrible person. He's going to try and kill the Flamekeeper before he's even done anything in this game.
Yes, so the forward skull cannon, I'm going to pay a CP for all that attack from Scarbrand. So I'm now going to hit on 2s, it's only one shot. Wounded on 3s, minus 2
minus
rend.
1 to hit me.
See, that's why.
No, you minus 1, yeah, minus 1 to hit me just because.
He might not die.
Love the lookout, sir.
So 3s, hits. Hit at wounds is minus 2 rend.
I'm offended that you're using Stormcast dice and using a Khorne army.
It's good, isn't it?
So I have a 4-up save, goes down to 3-up because of the banners planted. So I've got a 5-up. And I failed.
D6 damage. That'll be a 4.
Nothing I can do about it.
And then the second one will hit you.
Because bodyguards don't exist anymore.
No, they don't. And then the second one will shoot at you.
Can he see me?
He'll definitely be able to see you.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Let's have a little look from there.
Are we playing truce line of sight now?
I don't know. I don't know. Go on, Em.
Force. That's cock.
It's a 1. It's a 2.
It's a 2. So
Okay.
No, it doesn't do anything.
Well, thankfully,
that's my shooting.
he may try and get to do something in this game if I'm not double turned and shot at again. Okay, well, we're showing off the new war scrolls here. Okay, anything else for shooting? That's it, isn't it, I think?
I don't think the Bloodthirster's in range. I think the rest of my shooting's all 8 inches.
Okay, cool. So that is the end of Rick's turn, and Rick gets control 2, control more for 3 points.
And then my battle.
And then battle tactic for 5 points. So 5 all at the end of turn 1. Let's roll for priority. And
here's my dice.
Yeah, I don't think you should use Stormcast dice. It's not really.
You get me some Khorne dice then.
They should be red. Okay. Well, surprise, surprise. I'm going to take it. So it will be Fyreslayers. Am I going to take it?
Are you going to take it?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually.
Ooh,
If I give it to you,
you've
got a good counter attack.
I do have a good counter attack. It's if you give me the double, can I actually capitalise on it? Is the main thing.
Yeah, that's what I need to weigh up here. Because giving you the double now frees me up. Then you've got the worry of me getting the double on you later on.
When the turn matters for turn.
Yeah. So I am going to have a little think about it, do some measurements, and then we'll catch back in a second with my decision. Okay, so decision made. I think I'm going to take the turn. So it will be Fyreslayers, turn 2, coming up next. Okay, so command phase for Fyreslayers. I failed to get off anything over here. So nothing at all going off over here prayers wise. Failed there, rolled a 2 and I'm not within range of the pizza oven. And then I rolled a 1 over here, so nothing from the prayers here. And then Prayer of Ash did go off with the Runesmiter. And then I've also played the invocation, the Molten Inferno, which was put down wholly within 12, and then moved, and I rolled a double for the movement. So moved 8 inches up. So I will have to roll now at the end of the movement for this, and I need 6s. 6s are good. So that's 3 6s. So 3 6s means that now I think I roll for each unit. So I probably shouldn't have done all those at once. So we'll randomize it. 1 and 2 is the Blood Crushers. 3 and 4 is the Blood Letters. And 5 and 6 is the Skull Cannon. So Blood Crushers. So that's 3d3 mortal wounds because I rolled a double. Well, 3 mortal wounds. Rubbish, because I think they are 4 wounds each, which doesn't kill one, and I would really like to kill one. And then we'll go 3, 6, 9, 12 again into the Blood Letters. And that's 2 6s, so 2d3. So that is 3 dead Blood Letters. And then we will go with the Skull Cannon. And just the 1 6 there, and it's for 3 mortals. So 3 mortals on the Skull Cannon. That's it. So that is the end of my command phase. We'll go into the movement phase next. Just to let you guys know before we go on to the movement phase, I've gone for the battle tactic of Monstrous Takeover. And I am picking this monster here. And then I have gone for the Rune of Relentless Zeal to give me 2 inches to my movement, and it didn't blow up or explode, so I've just got the 2 inches to the movement. So I will go on to movement next. Okay, so movement now done for Fyreslayers. Now all of them are moving an extra 2 inches. No one has ran. Everyone's just moved up. Oh no, that's a lie. These guys ran. These guys ran an extra few inches just to get them ahead here. The Runesmiter on Magmadroth has moved up just to get within 6 inches of this objective. The Hearthguard Berserkers are just forming a line at the front there. When they moved up, Rick redeployed the dogs. So that's gone ahead there. And then we've got the Flamekeeper is hiding behind here. He's taken 4 wounds. I think he's only got 5. So he's only got 1 wound left. I tried in the command phase to get some wounds back on him, but failed miserably. Then we've got the banner moving up with the 18-inch aura and the Runemaster. The Volkites have moved up here, and the Oryx, and then the Hearthguard have just secured that objective over there. So one thing I've made sure I've had to do here with these guys is make sure that they are outside of 18 inches of the bubble from the Demon Prince, because he will half all of their run moves and charges, which is not particularly nice. So I do have a little bit of shooting to do, so I will just check out the new war scroll for the Oryx here and see what has changed, and we're going to be firing them into the Blood Crushers because I would like to kill 1 to get them below 6 so they don't hit as hard when they smash into my lines. So we'll go into shooting phase next. So we're going to do some shooting into the Blood Crushers. They get 2 shots each. There's 10 shots. We're hitting on 4s, so I will spend a CP from the Battlesmith, and I will go for all-out attack. So I'll be hitting on 3s. So hitting on 3s. 6s are good, so he reduces his movement speed by 1 inch.
Who's shooting here?
These guys.
That. Oh yeah.
Yep. So reduces the movement speed by 1 inch, and then 3s to wound. Okay, if only 6 did something there. 2, 4, 6, 7 wounds at -1 for 1 damage. Just need 1 to come through.
So that's 5.
Good attempt.
Very good attempt.
But I brought 1 down. And 2 and half killed another one.
Yep, so he's dead.
So that is pretty much all of my shooting. I may... Do I charge the Volkites in on a suicide run? I mean, that's kind of what they're for, isn't it? Or do I just hold the position at the minute?
Will they be within range of the new hero to give him the buff?
No, the new hero is back here hiding behind a wall.
It's pointless putting them in.
Well, I can put them in because they can still fight on death. And that means they can fight twice now, I think, as well, according to the new war scroll.
Yeah, but
so you can activate her.
And dying when he's close to them. Because that's essentially what they're for.
Have a look at the range.
To then buff the Hearthguard Berserkers.
But I give you free reign. Otherwise.
But you're going to give me free reign no matter what.
Okay, well, that's the end of the shooting phase anyway. So we will go... No, it's not the end of the shooting phase, actually. I'm going to throw their throwing axes into the dogs because my throwing axes have got a lot better. So I'll get all the dice together for this and then we'll roll up. Okay, so we've got 10 in range and we are now hitting on 4s, which didn't make a great deal of difference actually. In fact, I would have just, made no difference. I would have hit on the last ones, but we're wounding on 4s. Okay, 1. That was worth it as always.
5 up, no rend on these.
Yay, took a wound, but they're 2 wounds each, I believe those. So, okay, so we will go on to the charge phase next. Okay, so we're in the charge phase. I'm just going to roll and just see what we get for these and see if that makes a decision for me. So we're going to go with the Volkites first. We've measured up around the corner here to the Blood Crushers is a 7-inch charge. I would prefer to be charging them rather than them charging me because they do mortals on the charge. So what do we get? A 7. Okay, so 7-inch charge from those guys. And then we're going to roll up for the charge on these guys just to see what they get. They're outside of the 18 and they get a 10. So, right. So we'll have a little think here, do some measuring up and see what we can do and see if we want to go ahead and make those charges. All right, so we have seen the war scrolls make the first difference here. I got the 10-inch charge with these guys and I moved them all up and measured it out, and then there's no way I can get in there and be wholly within 9 and still get to attack, so I would lose my 4 up ward, and I'm not willing to do that at this point because if Rick double turns me and I don't have a 4 up ward, then it's bye-bye Hearthguard Berserkers. I think it's good though. I think it's good for the game.
I'm happy with that change because I hear Hearthguard Berserkers.
I think that's good for the game, because you have to think about things a lot more and placement a lot more. Realistically, what should I have done? Like, I'm not going to have him out in the open to be one shot, but I could have moved one of these round to maybe try and get within 9. So that charge has not gone ahead.
I personally think it should be a 5 up ward, not a 4 up ward.
Yeah, I think 5 up's reasonable. I think if you're doing a 5 up, yeah, I think 5 up's reasonable. 4 up, you've seen on many occasions before. It's brutal. But these guys have charged in around here, so they rolled a 7 and they get +1 to their charge as well. So we'll just move into the fight phase. I'll pile in with these guys and fight the Blood Crushers. So we're just having a little bit of a discussion about the Volkite Berserkers. They're now, I'm pretty sure they were 2 attacks each before.
They are, but they lost an attack.
Yeah, so they've lost an attack. Gained +1 to their save. They were +1 to their save before on a turn that they didn't charge.
Yes.
So I'm just going to do my 10 dice here on 6s of mortals for throw my shields. And I get 1 6. So it's just 1 mortal from that. And then these guys are going to get 2 for the 2 attacks for the Carl. And then there's only 4 other ones because I guess they're just 1-inch range.
Yeah.
And we are 3s. Not great. Followed by 3s. So 3 saves.
3 saves and then 1 mortal wound. So one guy's going to take up to 3 wounds anyway. and then 3 4s. Past that. That's why I'm going to use your dice.
So yeah, that was not very effective. But then Rick will start calculating his attacks now and decide if he wants to move in with these guys, because I pulled them in to engagement range as well. So Rick will do his consolidations and then we'll do his attacks next. Okay, so Rick's just sorting out his attacks here. He's piled in, so there's 2 in range because they're just 1 inch range.
3 in range.
3 in range, sorry.
So hitting on 4s. 6s to hit will be inflicting mortal wounds. So that's
good. Yeah.
And then the blood crushers, the brazen horns, which will be 3s followed by 3s. Oh, shocking! My Stormcast dice are rebelling against me.
I did tell you.
Well, I could use my other ones, but they're not channel friendly.
All right.
That's good. So 4 normal saves, so 4 4-ups.
1 dead.
Cool.
And I didn't declare that they were going buck mad, so. And then you've got all your. Oh no, you've done the clothing hooves, and then the blood letters are piling in to get some attacks.
Yeah, they might as well.
I'll just show you guys a quick sneak at what I'm working on at the minute for the channel, just to help the variety. I've been working on my Spirit of Durthu. I have I've accumulated about, I don't know, about 2,500 points worth of Sylvaneth. I know they're not the most competitive, but I really like the style of them and I think they'll be cool on the channel. And Rick's obviously working away on his Nurgle, so we'll maybe see if we can get a small game, maybe Path to Glory, coming along.
The Path to Glory would be kind of cool. So it's going to be 3 more guys.
3 guys in. Just the 4s and 3s again.
Yeah.
6s mortals as well. Yep.
1 mortal.
Okay. Can't do anything about it.
And that's it.
So 1 more. Okay. So we'll mark that wound up there. Battle shock I cannot fail because I only lost 1 guy, and that I believe is the end of my turn. So
I have battle shock to do.
you've got battle shock to do, yeah. So I have control of this objective, control of this objective, and control of this one. So I control 1, control 2, control more. And then I also have the monstrous takeover with this one, which... Oh, you get 1 back? Is that for the...
I get D6 back, baby.
Of which ones?
This bloodletter unit.
Of that bloodletter unit, yeah. Cool. On the way back. There we go. Back up to
full strength.
all the ones that I took away. So we'll just work out the points here. Now this one is 1 point for 1, 2 points for 2, and 3 points for more.
Yeah.
Because I've got all 3, right?
Yeah. So if you have all 3, you're going to get 3 points in battle tactic.
And then the monstrous takeover, the battle tactic is for 2, and then I get +1 for it being with a monster or not?
No.
No, so that's just a 2. So that's 5 again. So then that is 10 points for me at the end of my turn. And Rick is still on the 5, but he has a turn to come next. So let's see what vengeance the Khorne can... Well, Rick's dancing around a little bit, so I'm getting a little bit worried. Okay, so we'll go on to Khorne, turn 2, next. I just wanted to show you guys, I am trying my hardest to get this Flamekeeper to do something, but I've tried to roll for his leadership, under his leadership, to get some wounds back, and I rolled a flaming double 6.
I'm going to kill him.
He's still on 1 wound left. I'm trying, guys.
I'm going to kill him.
But I need to keep him hidden until he's healed to get him out to get anything out of it. Rick has just spent a command point to do an 18-inch aura of 16-inch aura, sorry, of regain 1 wound all round from his Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury. So the Blood Crushers have regained a wound. These guys are back up to full anyway. These guys have regained a wound, and these guys can have that now taken away.
No, it was on... that's gone.
Yeah, that can be taken away as well. So I'll let Rick continue with his command phase. Have you got much else to do?
Yes. You do command ability and pick my battle tactic.
All right, okay. So we will let Rick do that, and then we'll catch you back in a minute. All right, Rick. So what have we decided on battle tactic?
I'm going to kill a battle line, which is these little guys here.
Okay, he's going to try and kill the battle line there.
Yes.
Perfect. And did you...
I got a CP, which is the one that he used to heal everything.
Perfect.
And yes, and that is basically all I had, apart from the heal, in my command phase.
Okay, so that is the hero phase over. So we'll go on to the movement phase next. Okay, so that's Rick's movement done. I was just saying, I think this is going to be an absolute bloodbath in a minute, because it's just all up the centre line. Objective 1, Objective 2, Objective 3, those people everywhere, and right up the middle. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this goes, actually. I'm already slightly scared that I don't get my fight first. So that's slightly scaring me a little bit. But, right, so Rick's just moved up onto this objective, moved the skull cannons up, Scarbrands moved through. Bloodletters have stayed where they are.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. Demon Prince has moved up, which is great for Rick now because he's got an 16 or 18-inch aura of half runs and charges. Blood Crushers have stayed where they are to try and deal with these guys here. And then the Bloodletters retreated there.
And he's moved up within 3.
And he's moved up within 3. So we are going to be going on to the shooting phase. Should we just stay in it? Yeah, because there's not much to shoot, is there? So
well, there's going to be this and then some skull cannons. So he's going to use his whip against these guys.
Yep.
So 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounded on 3s, -1 rend, d3 damage apiece. I'll hit. 2 wounded.
Minus, did you say?
-1 for 5s for you. So
1 through.
d3 damage. Says 2.
Okay, so go on. And move that over.
And then the skull cannons. Scalbrand doesn't have a shooting attack.
And who
well,
he does, he's got bellowing roar or something.
Yeah, but he's 9 inches
too
away.
far away. What are the skull cannons going into?
The Hearthguard Berserkers, that big unit. I'm going to soften them up.
All right.
So the front one is going to all out attack.
Yep.
So I'm now going to be hitting on 2s.
What's your rend?
-2.
So I will. Yeah, I'll let it go.
Okay, so first one on a -2. Sorry, on a 2. It hits. It wounds. 1 -2 rend.
-2 rend. I have a 5-up save. Prayer of Ash takes me to 4-up, so 6. Nope.
D6 damage.
And he rolls a 1. Okay, so 4-up. No, 1 damage taken.
Yep, second one on a 3. Hits. Wounds. Don't think 6s do anything for them. No, not in the cannon.
Failed.
So D6 damage for 2.
For 2.
Not what I wanted, but never mind.
Well, you didn't kill one, but you tried.
I did.
Okay, so that's 1 wound taken by the Hearthguard Berserkers. All the shooting done. We will let Rick have a think about charges, and we'll move into the charge phase next. So there's a couple of charges I would like to record here. So the first one is...
He's got a 3-inch charge.
A 3-inch charge, okay. So let's see what he gets. He gets a 7. So he is into the Volkite Berserkers.
He does stuff when he hits, doesn't he?
No, don't think so.
No.
But you do get to do your monstrous action.
I do.
Oh no, wait, it doesn't do anything. Because yeah. Right. Thanks, Pete. Right, so that was a little present from Pete, that one. Okay, so
doggies.
Then doggies. All right.
Should have said Scarbrand.
Yeah, you should have said Scarbrand before you rolled that.
That's alright, I've got a reroll. Yeah, I've got enough room there to get him in. Okay, now Scarbrand. 10.
10, he's in.
You only needed a 9.
Right, so we 100% would have, you would have done that, Rick, don't worry. I know you wanted him in, I know you wanted him in, so don't worry. It's all good. Okay, so I can technically shoot with these guys now.
Are they wholly within 6 inches of him?
Wholly within 6 inches of him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not all of them. Is it only ones that are in?
Well, you can choose him and unleash hell for 1 CP, and then everyone that is wholly within 6 inches of Scarbrand can fire.
All right, I like that change.
It is a good change.
So I'm not going to do it because it's rubbish now.
That's good, because the bloodletters that walk forward, they're not going to charge.
Okay.
Because I've got that objective.
All right. So we're going to have Scarbrand versus the Hearthguard Berserkers, and we are going to have the Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury versus the Volkite Berserkers. Now, Rick, did you not say something? Did you have a relic or a general thing that allows him to fight first? Does he fight first, or does he fight before anyone else picks?
I fight first, I believe, for the Bloodlords. Yes, so this bearer fights at the start of the combat phase before players pick other units to fight.
Pooh!
In that combat phase, the bearer cannot
You've turned into Hermdar.
I have.
That's not very nice, because that means that then he can attack with the Bloodthirst of Unfettered Fury and then pick Scarbrand before I get to attack you. Yes. This is what it feels like.
No. And what could be
I don't like it.
What really could be nasty if you do play Khorne is if you take a Slaves to Darkness Chaos Lord, given the mark of Khorne, have him within range of whichever demon you want.
Yes,
you can put a CP on it and get him to fight again.
Yeah.
With that ability.
Okay.
Nice. So yes, we'll do...
I don't like being on the receiving end of this, but, you know.
So he has 6 attacks.
Okay.
He's going to go all-out attack. I reroll 1s for wounds.
I'm going to pick that this is the turn that when I die I get to fight, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to die. And that is...
Well, you're not a hero and you're not a monster.
Yeah, so that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, once again, you can't do... If anyone's wondering, these are Hunters of the Heartland, so his effects don't affect them either. So, we're going with this one?
Yeah, he's not going to go out attack. I'm going to leave that for Scarbrand. So, 3s followed by 2s.
Yep.
All hit.
Oh
6s
dear.
don't do anything.
Oh dear.
That's 5 at -2.
5 6s. Oh, got 2. Okay.
3d3.
3d3. 1
2,
dead.
4, 5.
Okay, so that's... well, we'll stack it up. So far we've got 5 damage. Okay. Is that everything from him?
That is everything from him.
That's everything from him. Okay, so then we'll move on to... Or, in fact, I take it I do my attacks now.
Well, yeah, you'll take those guys off and then you'll do the attacks.
So it will be 1.
Can he fight?
I'll take him away because he's closest. And I'll take... No, it's only going to be 2. It's only going to be 2 fighting in. And it's just 2 basic guys. So a whopping 2 attacks.
Both hit.
Both wounded.
Who was that into?
Into your Bloodthirster.
Yeah. Okay. So, 4s. Why did they have a 4-up save?
Well, that's why. Okay, so that was me. I lost.
Right. Scarbrand.
3 that turn, and we're moving on to Scarbrand. So because he wasn't in combat last turn, he's been sat at the back of the field, whining like a baby.
He is mega angry.
He is not a happy boy.
So
this is where Mortal Wound City comes in.
All-out attack does not affect Carnage.
Yeah.
But it will affect his slaughter attacks.
Yep.
So he is all-out attacking.
Yep.
So Carnage 1 attack, and it's going to be...
I'm going to all-out defense.
Hitting on a 1.
I'm going to all-out defense and try and save myself here.
This is going to be a lot of mortal wounds.
Yeah.
So hitting on a 1, so anything but a 1. So that's a 4.
Is that 8 mortals?
That's 8 mortal wounds, yeah.
Okay, so 8 mortal wounds instantly. All right, and then we'll do the rest.
And then he has...
Ouchies.
Slaughter has 5... No, he has 9 attacks. 9 attacks. He's going to be hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, -2 rend, 3 damage apiece.
Okay. That's good hit.
Yeah.
Now, is Scarbrand rerolling 1s? Because I know Bloodthirsters reroll 1s. So just double check. Maybe not.
No, he doesn't reroll ones.
Okay.
He does reroll charge rolls though.
Alright.
Which I wouldn't have needed the PSCP if I needed to reroll that.
And then what are these on? 2s? Something crazy?
3s.
3s?
So that is
only 2
at -2.
-2. I am on all out defense. So I have got
6s.
5 up, down to 4 up for Prayer of Ash,
Yep.
down to 3 up for all out defense, -2.
So 5.
Takes me back to my 5. And he doesn't. Oh dear.
But you have just suffered 8 mortal wounds.
I've got the 8 mortal wounds to deal with.
Yep.
And at least I'm wholly within 9. So I lose 2 guys. Well, I lose him. And then I lose him. Okay, so that actually, in fact, I will leave him there, and I will take off 1 from the dogs on this side.
This is why we need a blood song so great.
Yeah, the extra attack on him.
Attack
That
on
does
Carnage.
go on the Carnage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's my reluctance to put mortals in this list, but I think Rick's saying that he might just go and buy some mortals to put into it.
Mortals will be coming to this list.
Yeah.
I will be getting a slave priest and a blood consecrator to add into it to give the buffs.
So, well, I'm going to pick next to attack, and it's only really the Hearthguard Berserkers, so I'll get them piled in, and then we'll see what they can do back. Okay, so we're going to attack back here. I've got 21 attacks going into Scarbrand, and then I have 6 attacks going into the dogs. So I'm almost tempted to put an extra one into the dogs to try and kill the dogs to have it more likely that I control that objective. So I will. I'm going to put an extra one into the dogs. I'm going to put an extra 2 into the dogs to try and kill the dogs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the dogs, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and including the Carl into Scarbrand. So let's see how this goes. So we'll go into the dogs first. So 6 is what we're looking for, obviously. I all out defensed with them for some silly reason. Well, I suppose it kept them alive, but I should have all out attacked. So that is 1 dog dead. And 5 wounds.
Rend?
The rend is nothing.
0 rend. Wow. So 5s.
So kill 2 dogs total.
2 dogs.
Yep. So 2 dogs down. Now this is where I need the 6s. 6s would be lovely here. So Hearthguard Berserkers into Scarbrand. Oh no. Not 1 6.
I like it. Do that
This
again.
is yeah.
Serves you right for what you did to those dragons.
This is not gonna go well. A whopping 5 saves at no rend. Flat. Not good.
4s. I want you to do damage to me. So I'll take 4 wounds. That's nice. I like that.
Right.
It is 1 damage per piece, isn't it?
It is.
I'll take that.
What I will do is I will just check the Flamekeeper's aura, because it might have actually, if it's 6 inches, then the counter may have gone up by a couple there because I've lost a few from that unit. So Rick will choose his Blood Crushers next, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's only going to be 3 guys again.
So that's the fight around here.
So, going to be hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. They're terrible. 6s do mortal wounds. Cool, that's 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
And 1 -1 save.
1 at -1.
That's cool,
No.
so that's 1 dead guy.
So 1 dead guy, yep. I'll remove them at the end.
3s followed by 3s. Four normal saves.
So lose 2 guys in total. So those guys will just get to fight. They'll go into the Blood Crushers. 2 hits. Nothing. Okay, so I'll take them off, and then that will leave me with 3 guys left. So we'll go with the Carl and 2 guys into the Blood Crushers.
Should have stomped you.
You can't affect me, remember? That's why you didn't. So just the 2. No rend.
4s. Oh good.
Okay, so right.
You'll be getting battle shock on them.
So battle shock on them for sure, because 2 more will be removed.
I'll have to be them too.
So I'll just roll that up now.
So.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
So I'm 8.
How many did you lose?
And I've lost
Quite a lot.
that last turn. I will just have to check.
Because if that's the unit, then I got
8.
my battle tactic.
Yeah, it could possibly be the unit actually. Bear with us 1 second. We'll just double check that. And over here I lost 2 Hearthguard Berserkers. I think I lost 3 that turn. So 3 plus 6. So 3 before plus those 2, that's 5. 5 plus 6 is, ouch, yeah, I'm gone. I'm gone, so you can remove them, right? Do they get to fight from this stage?
It's in the battle shock phase.
Okay, so they're gone.
You're not a Stormcast, you're not blown up.
Okay, so Volkites are gone. Right, so we'll just tally up the points and then we'll get back to you in a second. Okay, so we've tallied up the points. Rick controls this one quite safely over here. He also, because of Scarbrand's charge, holds the one in the middle. Actually, probably quite easily because the Team of Prince, I don't know whether he's in range, but
yeah, he is as well.
Yeah, you've got 8, so you've got 10 there effectively. And then I still have the one secure over here. Rick achieved his battle tactic there, which gave him 2 points as well. So then that puts it at the end of turn 2. 10 all. So 10 all. Oh dear. Okay. Priority time, I suppose.
So this is a big one because who's going to remove what?
4, 6. Oh dear.
Oh, and it's on to me to choose.
No. This is.
See, I know what's going to happen. If I go first, you're going to remove that one.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
I'm going to remove this one.
I am going to take this. So you're going to remove that. That is fine. It kind of fits in with what I want to do this turn.
Okay.
Right.
So, well, we will get on to command for hero phase. Sorry, 40k me. Hero phase for the Khorne demons coming up next. So for Rick's command phase so far, he has gained a CP on the Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury,
yes.
Then spend the CP immediately to heal units.
Yeah, so basically you just healed this guy back down to 1 wound. Scarbrand has gone up by 1 wound.
Do you bring a dog back on with 1 wound?
No.
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 We need to be 2. Okay, right. And then other command phase bits. What was your battle tactic?
I am going to do Monstrous Takeover.
So monstrous takeover for the battle tactic, and
that's going to be on the centre.
Yep, it's Scarbrand going to try and get the centre. Brilliant. So that is the end of Rick's command phase. I tried to get a wound back. I can't do it. The wounds back with these guys and rolled a 9. So he's still hiding, but the good news is he has gone up to 3 next to him because these guys were within 12 when they lost 2. So that's a good thing so far. Right, so we will let Rick get on with his movement next. Oh, by the way, the Molten and Thurnoff at the end of my turn, I rolled a 6 for keeping it back on, so it is staying there, but I don't get to move it until my hero phase. Right, so we'll let Rick crack on with his movement next, and we'll catch you at the end of the movement phase. Okay, so we'll just cover a little bit of movement here. The hounds have fallen back. and the Blood Crushers have moved in. The Demon Prince moved up, and he moved up within 9 inches of my Smiter on Magmadroth. So I relocated, rolled a 6, moved over to try and contest this objective with 5, this counting as 5 bodies. Whether that will be enough, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm giving it a good go anyway. Next up, these guys have just moved outside of 3. The Bloodthirsters jumped back.
Yeah.
Okay. Bloodthirsters jumped back, and then these guys have just moved over here. So that is the end of the movement phase. We'll go on to the shooting phase next. You know what you want to shoot?
I do actually, yes.
Okay.
Scarbrand is obviously going to be shooting into the
Hearthguard Berserkers.
Hearthguard Berserkers.
Yep.
I think it's a 4+. I do mortal wounds onto you. It's pretty simple. So within 8 inches. So you have inflicted 3 wounds, so it's only 1 dice. Because I healed, would have been 2. So 1 dice. It's going to be, yeah, so it's a 4+, you get 1 mortal wound. And I got 1, which is terrible.
No.
And then both of the cannons are going to be firing into the Magmadroth.
Okay.
So both hitting on 3s.
I will all out defense.
Cool, they both hit.
Can I all out defense? Even though I spent a CP. Yeah, that was a different phase, wasn't it? Movement phase. Yep. So I'm good. All out defense. And they both hit. Do you say?
Yep.
Yep.
And 1 wounded. So 1 save at -2.
So I have a 4-up save normally, goes to a 3-up save, and I worsen your rend because of Cold Hearted Agent by 1, so you're -1, so I'm on a 4-up.
Cool.
Sound about right? And I roll a 6, so I'm good.
6 would have been good regardless.
Okay. Anything else on the shooting? I think that's it.
All of the shooting, dude.
Okay, we'll go on to the charge phase next. Okay, so end of the charge phase. The Blood Crushers came in rolling a massive 12. He's just going to roll his 2-ups here. And that's 2 mortal wounds. So do I ignore them on 4s?
1.
I ignore 1.
So 1 dead.
So 1 dead. So I'll pop him off. And I'll pop his tally now up to 4. The Bloodletters came in here as well. And that was about it. Yeah. So we'll let Rick pick who he wants to fight with first. And I'm guessing I know.
Scarbrand.
But he's not as good now?
He isn't as good.
I didn't hurt him enough.
No. Now, Carnage, I healed, which I shouldn't have healed him. Because Carnage is now on a 5. And okay. if I hadn't healed, he would have been on a 4.
Okay.
So a 5 or a 6. If I get a 6, it's 16 mortal wounds. So I'm pretty much looking for that 6. 5, it's 8 mortal wounds. 6, it's 16. So it's a 4.
Good.
So, and he now only has 5 attacks rather than the 9.
Okay.
So he's no, I'm not going all that attack. Should have gone all that attack. Oh god, he is really not as good as everyone thinks he is.
It just
2
depends on
at -2.
So 4-up save because of Prayer of Ash. 6s, no 6s. 6 damage. 3 each, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be.
4s. I take 1 wound. 1 dead.
I should have. Can I stomp them? Can I?
Nope. They're Hunters of the Heartland.
Is that not just the raw?
They can't be. Well, we'll double check, but I think it's just they can't be affected by monstrous abilities. But we'll check now.
We'll check.
Yep. So they can't be affected by the monstrous rampage at all. So I will go on and attack with my next unit next, which will be the Hearthguard Berserkers. I will be spending a CP for all-out attack with them. And I'll get the dice and we'll roll up now. Yeah, we were just saying there, Rick was just saying, me not having Hermdar, just it feels like a slightly more enjoyable game.
Yeah.
Because in a close combat based list like yours, if you had hit me before, I would have just giggled.
Yeah.
And then just smacked you with everything. And I'll be honest, it feels better for me as well.
It's one of the things that I do hope they change in the new book.
Yeah. So we are going to go with, first of all, the Hearthguard Berserkers with poleaxes into Scarbrand. 6s would be nice. I didn't roll any before, so I'm due some here. So I get 3. I think that dice was there before. I will check, but 3 so far. And then I'm hitting on 2s because of the all-out attack. And Scarbrand's going all-out defense, yeah. And then wounded on 3s. Okay, perfect. So that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 saves and 6 mortal wounds.
Can't do anything about the mortal wounds because for some unknown reason he doesn't have a ward save.
Because he likes getting hurt.
Yeah, but mortal wounds count. So I'm going to be on 3s. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, so 4.
So 10 wounds total.
So that's going to be down to 1 wound left.
1 wound left, which is amazing for you.
It is amazing, but
yeah.
if
oh, but then it's my turn next.
Yeah, which means you're just going to kill him.
Yeah. So then we're going to go with the other 2 into your blood crushers. So that's 2 mortal wounds.
Ideally, I should have done let you do some damage to him and then.
And 3 saves.
Yeah. Onto the
blood crushers.
So 4s. They're good.
Yep. So just 2 mortals.
Um.
Okay. So.
It's.
I'm just going to measure something up here. Bear me 1 second. Rick's just rolling up here for his blood letters on my Oryx.
1
3s.
mortal wound.
They're 4s followed by 3s.
4s, yeah.
Yeah, 4s followed by 3s.
That's terrible. So 2.
So 1 mortal wound and 2 through.
Yeah.
So those go through.
They do. So 1 damage.
This is -1, is it?
Blood letters.
So 3.
-1 rend, yeah.
Yeah. So 3 damage goes through. So 1 dies and 1's on 1 wound. Right. So I will attack back with them, but I just need to see what they. I don't often get them into attack, so I'll just check their profile here.
Profile here.
Oh, Rick's got the profile here.
They have 1 attack each.
1 attack
3s,
each.
3s, -1, 1 damage.
3s and 3s.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
So 2.
So 2.
So 2 6-ups.
Yep.
And
they're -1 as well.
a -1, yeah.
Is that in close combat? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Also
I actually think that's cool.
They can also fire their pikes and throw axes.
All right.
So yeah, they've got 2 range profiles. The magma pikes and throwing axes, and then the magma pipes has 1 attack each, 1 inch range, 3s to hit, 3s to wound, -1 rend, 1 damage.
Brilliant. Okay, so your attacks next, yeah, with the blood crushers.
So I've got 4 this time because the champion is now finally in. They're going to CP it and go all out attack. So 3s, 1 mortal wound, and 1 -1 save.
1 -1 save, failed, and so that's 2 damage. 1 taken so far.
Mental of the juggernaut.
The mounts are better. Yeah, the mounts are better than the swords. Yeah. What were we saying that? 2. Any minus?
No, no rend.
And they're good. Okay.
So many issues with this book.
So 1 damage. It's an old book. It'll get updated. So that's 1 on there. So how many did I lose that turn? Let's have a look. I lost 2, I think, didn't I?
You lost 2.
Lost 2. So I'll put him up to 5. I've done my attacks back there, so that's that. Okay. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Combat phase done. I can't run away here because my leadership is 8. They can't run away, so tallying up the points.
I have this objective.
Do you?
Yes.
I think we should double check. These are only 1 point each.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've got 5 points on it as well.
I've probably got 5.
Yeah, and so I think it might actually be a draw. We'll just measure it up here.
Last turn.
Okay, so Rick had this objective last turn. I've got 5 guys on it, and my Runesmiter, and then Rick also has 5 guys on it. and Scarbrand. So it's on as even in the middle, but because Rick controlled it last turn, we believe it's still his objective.
Yep.
And because he's controlling it with the monster, I didn't kill the monster, sadly. On his 1 wound left, that means that Rick gets his battle tactic, which was Monstrous Takeover, which is 2 points?
2 points, but I only get 1 point for that now.
Okay.
So
it's 2 points, and then you get the...
That's it.
You still get the 1 point for the middle for controlling it.
Yeah, so I get 1 for the middle.
Yep.
And then I get 2 for my battle tactic, so
okay.
3 points.
3 in total. Okay. All right, so we'll go on to Fyreslayers, turn 3. Oh, in fact, quick scores tally. Scores tally, that puts Rick on 13 to my 10. And then we're going on to Fyreslayers, turn 3 next.
Oh, that's awesome.
Rick's crying with laughter because I tried to roll under my leadership for my Flamekeeper again and rolled a double 6, so he still only got 1 wound. Anyway, I'll continue with my command phase. Okay, so command phase for Fyreslayers on turn 3. I'm going for Bring It Down. Surprise, surprise. Scarbrand's just stuck on 1 wound.
But he's finest Howard.
And he's finest Howard. And then I'm going to go for you can reroll hit rolls of 1 for attacks made with friendly Fyreslayer units. And that didn't explode. Then I've got Prayer of Ash has gone off from the Smiter onto the Hearthguard Berserkers. Then we have had Searing Heat from the Runemaster onto the Blood Crushers for -1 to hit. And then the Runesmiter over here has cast Ember Storm onto this unit so they can move, run and charge. Banners planted as always. And I have not been taking that into account for any of their saves. They should have had +1 on top of that.
Oh well.
Yeah, so there you go. You live and you learn. Right, so we will go into the movement phase next. So actually, still in the hero phase here, I have to move my Molten Inferno. So I just rolled a 11 for it, and I've just shuffled it back just so we can kill Scarbrand, basically. So all of these are going into Scarbrand. I just need 1 6. There we go. Scarbrand's dead. 3 6s. I know. And then, and you know what? I think Scarbrand should really be able to like fight when he dies.
Yeah.
And then
for 380 points, he's
quite a lot.
He is literally worse than any of the Stormcast heroes that are 300 points.
Yeah, but he's an older book. I can imagine. Hopefully, he'll get a buff.
They need I think the Khorne demons, Great Demons, are the only ones that don't have a ward save.
Yeah.
Built in.
It's because they like dying. Blood for the Blood God. Blood Crushers.
What's the blood type point?
Blood Crushers. That's 2 mortal wounds on the Blood Crushers, so I'll kill a Blood Crusher.
Yay.
And then on the Demon Prince, that is 1, 2, 3 mortal wounds on the Demon Prince. And then on the dogs, that is 1 mortal wound on the dogs. I quite like the Molten Inferno. Right. So that is the end of the hero phase. So we'll go on to the movement next. All right, Rick wants to ask a question. We're just having a chat here about general things, but Rick's just bought a game of Hero Quest. And he wants to know whether you guys would like to see a game of Hero Quest.
Or the campaign of Hero Quest.
Just comment below, and yeah, if enough people want to see it, then we'll make it happen. So movement phase is done. These guys aren't moving anywhere. The Oryx have moved up, and these guys have moved up, and they ran a whopping 1 inch, so not far enough really to be doing anything. I don't think I need to be particularly doing a great deal this turn, apart from killing as many Blood Crushers as I can. And holding that objective, and then that will put me in the lead going into turn 4. So we'll go with the shooting next, and we're going to go with these 5 magma pikes here into the Bloodthirst of Unfettered Fury. So that is 10 shots.
You and your shooting.
10 terrible shots.
That was terrible.
10 absolutely terrible shots.
Shocking.
So you can reduce your movement by 1, I'll have you know.
Oh, awesome.
And then take 2 wounds.
Cool.
-1 for 1 damage. That was your Bloodthirster.
Can they hit them that range?
Yeah.
Well, then I will only take 1 damage.
No. Okay, so that was 1 damage. That is my shooting done. Right, so...
You know that unit can fire into those bloodletters?
Yeah, do you know what? And I'm thinking of doing all their thrown axes as well. So these guys are going to shoot into the bloodletters. So it's 8 shots into the bloodletters.
Yes.
And terrible shooting again because it's 4s and 3s. So 2 and -1.
Yep.
And then 4 throwing axes. Hitting on 4s now. Wounded on 4s and 2 throwing axes.
So 2 throwing axes have normal save.
Yes.
And how many pole arms?
1. I believe.
So 1 is on a 6-up.
Was it 2? Might have been 2. I think it was 2, sorry.
We'll do 2.
Yep.
That's great.
Yep.
So that's 2 dead.
Okay.
And then the throwing axes is on 5s. So that's 4 dead in total.
4 dead in total from there. And then we'll do all the throwing axes from the Hearthguard Berserkers into the Blood Crushers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
So their shooting's got better.
Yeah, well, their axes are better. They're on 4s.
Followed by 4s.
Followed by 4s, whereas it was 5s by 5s, although that wasn't very good. 3.
3. 4s because there's no rend. So take a wound.
Okay, and they ran over there. I don't think his ability... I think I need to roll below your... let me see if I roll below your unit size for the Blood Crushers. I do. So let me just double check the rule for that, but I believe it's roll below the unit size. So bear with me a second. So yeah, it was below the amount of models in the unit. So I rolled a 3 and there's 4 on the unit. And because I'm within 6 inches, it's actually D6 mortals. 6. Sorry, Rick.
So he takes 3 and then unfortunately I'm going to have to put it on the banner and he'll take 3. So there's 1 left.
Okay. So that is all of that. So then we will go into the charge phase next. Okay, so we'll start with the Hearthguard Berserkers here. They obviously, these ones over here ran and then were able to charge because of Ember Storm, but I only got a 4-inch charge, so really a couple got in over there. No other charges rolled. I picked these ones to go with first and just piled them in. I've got 3, including the Carl, into the Demon Prince and the rest into the Blood Crushers. So we'll go with the 3 including the Carl first, and we'll do no mortal wounds. And we'll do 5 saves at no rend. Oh, rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s. And sorry, we'll do 6. 6 saves into the Demon Prince.
Rend?
Nothing.
So he has a 3-up. Wow, he's got a better save than a Greater Demon. How many?
6.
Great. Greater Demons suck. So 3s. Feel 3. Uh-oh.
So 3 wounds.
That's not good. I think he's very close. He's only got 2 left.
And then we'll go the other into the Blood Crushers. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 mortals. I think I'm... Then
roll those dice again for damage.
Re-rolling the 1s into another 6.
What is that?
It's 12 mortals. Sorry, Rick.
Oh, they're gone. You don't even need to roll dice. The mortal wounds just killed them. So he has 1 left, which is 1. And then they only got 4 each, so that's 9 mortals with 3 left over. So that's Hearthguard Berserkers, everybody. Amazing.
I kind of don't think that the... I don't know. It depends. Obviously, Khorne aren't like the most strong units, but...
It's the thing that makes them really horrible is you roll 6s, you do the mortal wounds, and then you can continue the
it's staying as well.
Where everyone else so far seems to be, If you do a 6, it stops. But
Yeah.
they don't.
The new War Scrolls in edition still.
Yeah,
Still in edition.
Should have been changed.
Right. So then Rick will get to pick a unit to fight with next.
Demon Prince.
Don't fight with the Demon Prince. Fight with the Blood Letters or the Blood Letters, because I can't attack you again with the Demon Prince. Do the tactical choice, Rick.
There's only 4 guys left there anyway. Right, I'll do these. So let's get some guys.
So the only thing is here, I no longer have a 4-up ward save because I moved out of Wholly Within 9.
He wasn't going to charge because of that. And the unit leader is there. Yes. So 4s followed by 3s. So that's a 6. So I'll take that 6 and I don't get to re-roll it.
Salt in abundance.
Yes. Salt Mine Gaming, everybody. That is 1 mortal and 1 -1 save.
So -1 save. Failed. So 2 mortals on 6s ignored. Nope, 1 dead.
1 dead. 1 guy at the back and 1 guy at the front.
I would take
1 guy in the middle.
him. Okay, so 1 guy gone. Right. So then I will go with the Oryx here.
3s
which
followed
is
by 3s.
3s, re-rolling 1s, followed by 3s. It's 3, -1.
So 6s. So it's 3 dead. They're going to be left with the unit champion.
Okay. So let's just take
3 blood tithe.
them off. Yeah, so Rick gets a blood type point for these. And then Demon Prince.
Well, that guy there.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Attacks from him. 1 hit. Nothing. Amazing.
Okay. And then I'll go with the Hearthguard Berserkers over here. So I'll just pile them in and then we will catch you in a second. Right. So attacks from the Hearthguard Berserkers in the back there into the Bloodletters. So 4 mortals.
Nice.
The thing is, it could completely bomb like that. That wasn't very good, actually. And then 3s. And then 5 saves at no rend. So you're still going to be there. Oh, I just realised.
5 saves, no rend. So 5s.
Wow.
2 more dead.
Okay. So, Demon Prince. So Demon Prince versus Hearthguard Berserkers next. And then that will be the end of the turn.
So I've armed him with the axe and the claw. So the axe is 3 attacks. I'm hitting on 3s. Not too sure if 6s do anything. I can get the reroll hit rolls of 1s and the turn that I charge, which I didn't. 3s, so that's 2. -1 rend. Sorry, -2 rend.
So I am Paravash takes me down to 4. And then the -2 rend, no, that's through.
So 4 damage.
4 damage, okay. Wow. 2 dead.
Cool.
So I will take the 2 away from here, which will then max out the ability on the Flamekeeper.
And then the Talon. That is 1 hit. Cocked. Nothing.
Okay. So end of that. 2 died there, can't fail. So we've got a leadership for the Bloodletters here.
Don't have my banner anymore, so doesn't make a difference. So
if you roll a 1, it makes a difference.
I roll a 6. He's
6. Boom. He's dead. So blood type point for you.
Yeah.
And then they lost 6.
But do have a banner. 3, 6 is
7, 8, 9.
Right, they're fine. Leadership 10.
Okay. Right. So that's it. That is end of my turn. So I get control 1, control more for 3. And then I got my bring it down, which got me 2. And then I got 1 point for killing a monster for 6. So at the end of turn 3, It's 16 points to Fyreslayers, 13 points to Khorne Demons. And now we're going to roll priority. I'll let you roll first.
Oh, thanks.
Just to be a gentleman.
Just want my blood type thing to see what I can actually do this time.
Shouldn't be there.
I had a
4.
Solid. Not
6.
solid enough.
Not solid enough. Okay, so right. I think I'm going to have to take it. Although, what does it do for me? Because they're already in combat over there, so yeah, they'll kill some bloodletters. And they'll... leave this one with me. I'm just going to have a little think, and then I'll get back to you. Oh, firstly, I'll roll to see about the Magmic Invocation, which stays on a 6. And then I'll have a little think about whether I want to give Rick the next turn or me. Okay, so I'm going to take it. We've had a little talk. I'm going to take it. So we'll go into Fyreslayer's turn 4 next.
Yeah.
Okay, so command phase. These guys have got Prayer of Ash from him, and Ember Storm from him, back here. And then these guys have got Runic Empowerment from the Runesmiter there. So, end of the command phase. The Molten Infernoth that has been the bane of Rick's life is hopefully about to kill another character here.
Do it.
So 6s. Yeah, 2 mortals. How many wounds have you got left?
2.
2. So Demon Prince is dead. And then into the dogs. 1 mortal.
Cool, that's another doggy gone.
And then into the bloodletters. 2 mortals. So that's the end of that. Now, Rick, how many blood tides are you on now? 7. 7. So we're nearly getting to the spicy level of blood tides. So we will go on with the movement phase next. Just to cover my battle tactic, sorry. My battle tactic I'm going for is Broken Ranks. And the rune is a Rune of Awakened Steel for the -1 rend. Didn't go off, rolled a 5 for that. So the Broken Ranks is just to kill a battle line. So hopefully with all of those Hearthguard I can kill 4 bloodletters. So we'll get on with the movement and then we'll catch you at the end of the movement phase. Okay, movement's done. Hearthguard Berserkers are moved up because the Demon Prince is no longer there. You would not believe it, in the command phase I tried to regain more wounds on this guy and I rolled an 11. I've rolled 2 11s, a 12 and a 9 I think so far, something crazy like that. And then I just rolled to advance him, or to run him, to try and get him up with these guys to use his ability, and rolled a 1. So not going too well. Right, so we're going to go straight into the shooting phase. These guys have moved up here. They're going to shoot into the Bloodthirster. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And these are... Oh, movement characteristic reduced by 3, which is interesting. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on... No, it's not 3s with that, is it? It's hitting on 4s.
It's on 3s, wounds on 3s.
I'm pretty sure it's 4s for the shooting. I think close combat is 3s and 3s. I might need to double check that.
Let me check.
I've just looked back at the footage there because it is 4s and 3s. So 7 hits. And I was saying to Rick, reduces his movement by 3, but he's got +4 movement anyway, so his movement's crazy. And then 3s to wound, so 4s. 4 in total.
-1.
-1 for 1 damage.
It's going to be on 5s. Takes 3 damage.
Takes 3 damage. Okay, and then these pikes over here into the bloodletters. We reduce their movement by 2. And we're on 4s. 3s. So 3 and -1.
6s. 3 dead.
3 dead from there. And then we're going to throw all of our axes into the... or we'll throw our axes from the magma pikes, and they'll all miss. And then we'll throw our axes from the Hearthguard Berserkers into here. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
8.
I believe so. double check for me, Rick, if you'd be so kind.
Yeah, get on.
4s. 2, 1. Grand total of 1. And there's no rend on that.
Yeah, so he's fine.
So he's fine. So, Roaring Firestorm, can I roll a 1? No, it was close. Oh, it might be equal to or below. Let me just double check. Yeah, so the Magmadroth's actually doing something today. So D6 mortal wounds on these guys. 2. Kill 1. So one of those is down. Right. So we will go on to the charge phase next. I will roll a charge for the Oryx here. A 5. They may just get in. I'll have to measure that up. I'll roll the charge for the Hearthguard Berserkers.
Yeah, they're
A
in.
9. And that... I'll roll a charge for the Magmadroth. No, I won't. So, no. How many wounds has your guy got left? Your
They have 14.
Bloodthirster?
So
11 left.
11 left.
I'll see what he gets. No, he's not going anywhere. Right, so that's all of the charges. I'll move them in now, and we'll go on to the combat phase.
Again.
Okay, so we're going to go with the Hearthguard Berserkers over here first. Going to go with the back 5 into this Skull Crusher here. So 4 mortals.
Can't stop that.
And 4 at -1 rend now because of my rune.
Into the skull cannon.
Into the skull cannon, yeah.
So 4s. So
Ooh.
that's failed 1.
So you take 5 wounds
So
total.
kill him anyway.
Okay. So that is a blood tie point.
That's maxed out.
And then the 6 attacks at the front into the blood letters. That is 2 dead, 2 mortals, and then 3 at -1.
6s. So 2 more dead. So
Okay.
that's 3 in total.
And 2 mortals as well.
So 2 mortals.
And that's my attack's done. And you're up next.
Awesome. I will remember my locust. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so the 4's followed by 3s. Rerolling 1s because I completely been forgetting. So that's 1 mortal wound.
So it's the whole army that gets a locust, is it, for the attacking? Oh, he gives it. He gives it. Perfect.
So 1 mortal and 1
mortal.
-1 save. Yeah,
So
I've been
-1
forgetting to do
save. Failed. So takes a wound.
that. Yeah, it's not going to do much.
I will pop that wound onto there, and then I'll do my attacks back.
Helps if you read the book.
Well, to be fair, Rick, you haven't used them in forever. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I'll go over here first. So they're just 1 attack each. 3s and 3s, so. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, nothing.
Oh dear.
Okay, your attack's next, then.
You killed.
I've killed nothing here.
You killed with a shooting.
3, 6, 9, 10. We still got 10 there. How many did they kill?
I can't remember. But I will go over and do this unit
Okay.
first, and then we'll go back and look at that. I think you killed 3. Silly swords.
So 4 in there.
And there is a unit leader. 4s.
Ooh, 1 more straight off the bat. Do I survive that more with now only a 6 up? No, so that's 1 down.
And then 3 -1 saves.
3 -1 saves. I've got Prayer of Ash. That's it. But I'm good. Only 1 comes through. 6 up save. Nope. So I'll move that onto him. And he is dead. Right. So
I think
we believe it's 3.
I think you did kill 3 there.
So I will take 3 away. And then you'll pile in here.
Yeah. You have these guys first.
Oh yeah, I'll go with those guys. I've already got the dice ready for those. So this is the Hearthguard Berserkers in the back here into the Bloodletters. So that's 2 mortals. I'm not doing very well with killing these guys. It's taking a long time. And then 6 saves at -1.
6 6-ups. I'm just going to roll dice and then just... Yeah, they're dead.
Okay, so...
Blood tithe.
Right, so that... you just need to do these guys.
I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 2, 4, 6, 7. So it'll be 8 attacks. Okay. 3 mortal wounds.
Tasty. That's 2 dead.
And 2 -1 saves.
And 2 -1 saves. Oh,
Wow,
3 dead.
that's good.
That'll about do it.
That would do it.
Okay, so that's the end of that phase. So Battle Shock. Better roll a Battle Shock for these. 3 + 3 is 6. I'm good.
So my doggy, fine. They lost 6.
Yeah, you could roll a 1.
Could roll a 1. I
No,
rolled
it's a
6.
6, so you lose another 2.
Yeah, that's not good. And
And then they lost 3.
3. They're fine. That's leadership 10.
Okay, so that's the end of my turn. I control 2, I control more for 3 more, and then I get the battle tactic for 5. So that puts me on a score of 21 to Rick's 13. Going into Rick's turn 4 next. Okay, so hero phase for Khorne, turn 4. What has happened? Blood type points have been used, and we now have a Bloodthirst of Insensate Rage on the battlefield, ready to attempt to charge the Hearthguard Berserkers here. That last week would have had a 4-up ward save, but now because I'm not wholly within 9, I do not. So I only got a 6-up ward save. And I might even double check. I don't know even whether they've lost that. I'll double check. They've still got that. They've still got that. So these ones have come on. Rick has gone for bring it down.
Slay the Warlord.
Oh, slay the Warlord. Slay the Warlord. He's going to try and slay the Warlord here. And then anything else happened? He can't move, sadly, with this because it's within engagement range, but he can shoot with those. And he's happy enough to stay with engagement range with my 1 Auric left. So we will go into the movement phase next. Hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone. Rick's hopping onto movement, but I just need to do my heroic action. And I'm going to roll this one on camera. Because then if I roll it on camera, it's not going to be an 11 or 12.
That's not your heroic action because you went finest hour on him.
Oh, so that, yeah.
So I don't mind.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can change that if you want. I don't mind.
No, all right. I'll go and finest hour on my Warlord. And Rick has just used a CP before we leave the hero phase as well with the Bloodthirst of Unfettered Fury to do a 16-inch aura of reroll charges. So we're getting on to the movement phase. Movement's done. It's just the Unfettered Fury moved up. Sorry, it's the Insensate Rage Bloodthirsty use that ability, 16-inch aura. If you haven't seen already, my invocation has gone because I didn't roll well enough at the end of my turn. And Rick is about to shoot his whip into my Warlord.
Yes, it's attacks.
And you had also had finest hour on yours, hadn't you?
Yeah, so I'm going to be, this is also affects this, so
yeah.
I get to reroll 1s because I'm a locust.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 3s. That's 2 hits. Rerolling 1s. And then because I'm finest hour, this is now going to be on 2s. So that's 2 at -1 rend.
So I ignore the -1 because of Cold Hearted Ancient. And roll a double 6.
Nice.
Oh dear.
The 1 shot from the skull cannon into the Hearthguard Berserkers. That hits.
Okay.
And it wounds. -2 rend.
-2 rend. I've got a Prayer of Ash. Takes me to a 4. I'll just roll this and then I'll measure up my banner. Nope, it fails.
D6 damage for 2.
2 damage. Okey cokes.
Oh, big boy charges now.
Big boy charges now. So let's see what you got, Rick.
Boss man.
Look on, we want this one on camera. Boss man going in. Yep, 6. So he's just touched into there.
A doggy. Now the all important one. The big boy. Does get a reroll. Definitely reroll that 6. And I don't think that 7 is going to actually help him. No, it's not even.
No, because you have to be 9 inches away.
9 inches. So, unfortunately, he doesn't get to play this turn.
Okay. All right. Could still double turn though. So
it's quite disappointing.
Okay, so we'll go straight into the combat phase next. So we are going straight into this one here. It's the Unfettered Fury versus the Runesmiter on Magmadroth.
I am going to do my monstrous action.
Okay.
And I'm going to roar at you.
Okay.
And I've roared, so you're not doing command abilities.
Can roars affect other monsters? I don't think they can.
Why not?
Because I think it's a rule. We'll have to double check.
Double check.
We'll check that now. Shows what I know. Okay, so I'm going to roar back at you. So we'll just have like a roaring competition. And yes, I roar back at you.
Cool. That's good. So I was going to go all that attack.
Same again. Right. Well, you don't need to.
Why?
You've already finest hour, haven't you?
Yeah, but the all that attack will give me hitting on 2s. We haven't done on 2s.
Oh yeah, that'd be tasty. Okay. See what you got.
So as 6s, rerolling 1s.
6 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
Rerolling 1s. Okay, that's a good start.
Don't think 6s do anything.
No, they don't. This is when you wish you had a insensate rage.
Okay.
Insensate rage wouldn't have done anything actually. So 2s, that's all of them.
So 6 minus 2 saves.
So it's -1 because of my cold-hearted agent. I lesser your rend, and then I get +1 from my banner. So that takes me back to my normal 4 up.
Save stack in.
2 through.
6 mortal wounds.
6 more wounds.
Damage.
Ignoring 6 wounds, ignoring on 5s because of the Salamander Cloak. Take 2. Don't know what to say. I'm sorry, Rick.
It's all right. It's,
Okay. Oh, my cabinet's falling to pieces. Right. So then it will be my attacks back. Yeah. So I'll go with the Hearthguard Berserkers over here. I'll just move them in. Well, I can't really. I'm in a bit of a predicament. I don't think this guy can move much because he's probably equidistant between the two. So I'll just go everything into the Bloodletters. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the Bloodletters for 12. 2, 4, 6, 8. And they're dead.
Bloodletters are?
Yeah, 4 mortals. Right, so I'm still in combat there with this guy, so he can move in and attack me. And Rick's also got these ones here as well.
There, I'm going to pile in and chop him up.
Okay.
So that's 8 attacks.
8 attacks. 9 attacks with the leader.
2, 4, 6, 7.
Oh, 7 there, sorry.
So 4's followed by...
Just roll 2 6s. Well, there's 1 6. Oh, that's a good roll, though.
Yes, it is.
Very good. A very good roll.
That's 5 minus 1s. And he's dead.
R.I.P. Blood type point.
Yeah, up to 2.
Okay. So I will just have a look at the rules for my Runesmiter. I don't think they're great, but I do get +1 attack on all my melee weapons for my command trait. Okay, so we'll start off with the latch axe, which is hitting on 3s, so it's 2 attacks because of my trait. Well, okay, so that's nothing. Good start. And then we'll go with the claws and horns. So claws and horns, I'm getting 6 attacks, so 7 attacks with the claws and horns. And we are hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. So that is 3 at -1 rend.
3 from the into the bloodthirster.
Yep.
How much damage did I do onto your Magmadroth?
Oh yeah.
You've got your blood.
Yeah, just 2.
So
2 4-ups. So you take a mortal wound from that as well.
Yeah. So see. Just so chat doesn't pick them up.
Yep. Keep me right.
Right. So 3 at -1.
Yep.
So 5s.
So 2 damage each.
2 damage. So that's 6, 8.
Perfect. And I believe Blazing Maw is all I have left, which is 2 attacks now, hitting on 4s, 1 hit, and wounding on 2s. No. Right. Okay. End of my turn.
Oh,
End of your turn, sorry.
I've still got 2 combats.
Oh yeah, who have you got left? Oh yeah, you've got the Skull Crushers.
With the little doggy.
And the little doggy.
The little doggy with his 4 attacks.
We mustn't forget about the little doggy.
Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. 2 normal
wounds.
saves. No rend.
Okay. 2 saved.
Cool. And then I have the cannon, which has quite a lot of attacks actually. So there's 4 attacks. There's 2 blood letters on there. So that is 3 -1s.
-1, so that's 3 through. And 6s to ignore. They just one each.
Yep.
So that's 2 dead.
And then there is 1 from the maw, which is hits.
Okay.
And then it wounds on a 3. It's wounded. That's -1 rend.
-1 rend.
No, that would have been D3 damage.
Okay.
Other than that, that is it. That is it.
Right. So end of Rick's turn.
No points.
Yeah. So sadly, I've got my banner bearer here that's worth 2. So I've got 7 on here, and Rick's got 6.
Yeah.
And then this one's well secured.
Yeah.
I think.
But you do have a bravery.
Oh well, yeah. So I have lost 3 this turn. 4, 7, I believe they're bravery 8. I will just double check.
The new scroll.
Oh, on the new scroll it may have changed.
Yeah, the bravery 8.
Bravery 8, yeah. So their bravery is even super high. Actually, the auto pass battle shock hasn't actually come up in this. And it very rarely comes up in home die just because you very rarely clear any of them. It's ridiculous. Okay, so we've got a roll off. At the end of this turn, it's 21 points to me and 13 points to you.
Yep.
I would like you to get this, and you do.
I'll be taking it.
You'll be taking it. So Rick's going to take it. This one's for the pride. So we will go into Khorne Demons, turn 5. Okay, turn 5 command phase over for Demons of Khorne. Nice and quick one. So Rick has done Finest Hour on the Insensate Rage, Bloodthirster at the back. And what else have you done? Oh, it's only taken, I don't know how many attempts, but I have wounds back on the Flamekeeper just in time for the end of the game. And
I can shoot you because I'm no longer...
You can shoot me, yeah. I don't think you can see me though, luckily.
No.
I'm very well hidden. Anything else happen? Did you do a command ability with this one for the heal?
Yeah, no, he did the 16-inch aura just to heal himself.
Okay, perfect. And does that heal back one of these if it's 16 inches away?
No, it's just a heal. It doesn't bring models back.
All right, so Rick's going to go straight into his movement next.
set of 3.
Yeah.
And then rolling 3, so it's going to go there. And then I'm just going to get you to move those guys 6 inches up.
Okay, no worries at all.
It. Can I actually see him now? I think you're well hidden. Yeah, I can't see him. But I can see the battlesmith sitting on that wall.
Yep. And you want to kill him?
Yeah, I do definitely.
100%, because then you can claim that objective in the middle.
Yeah. Right, so go straight into shooting. The blood cannon, the skull cannon is going to shoot at this little dude there. So hitting on a 3.
Hits.
Hits. Wounds on a 3. Rolls a 1. And he can't. He's going to fire into.
I would like to see the skull cannons get more shots.
Yeah, there should be at least 2. I'd
D3
happily,
shots would be good.
I'd happily take D3.
Yeah.
So he has now taken 7. So he gets 3 attacks with the lash. Rerolling 1s, thankfully. 1 hit, and this is obviously into Magmadroth.
Yep.
And wounded at -1 rend, which you ignore.
Yep, good.
You're fine. And that is it for shooting.
Okay, so that's the shooting phase done. We will catch you in the charge phase next. Okay, so what are we rolling for here?
Big boy's going into your Magmadroth.
Big boy's going into the Magmadroth.
6 inches.
7 inches, that'll get in, no problem at all.
Yeah, he's going to...
Yep, no problem. 7 inches. So Rick's going to make sure he measures this one carefully, because obviously there's an 8-inch bounce round of mortal wounds. So we want to make sure that he gets everything in range of that. If he could get this battlesmith, that would be ideal.
You're definitely within 8.
Yep, so he'll be taking it.
So, and I think he's just out, isn't he?
Just outside, yeah, just outside.
So I'm going to be also hitting the
yep.
guys at the back.
Okay.
So I do both my bloodthirsters before you fight.
Yeah.
So
this could hurt.
So I'm now hitting. I'm now going to be wounding on 3s. So my general first, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Oh, we didn't do our monstrous thing, so my monstrous action is no command abilities for you. Yes.
Okay.
And my other monster action is going to stomp you.
Yeah.
Yes, for 1. 1 mortal wound.
Okay, I'll roar at the Insensate Rage. No.
Cool.
Okay, 1 mortal.
Yep. That was my rolls to hit.
Okay. You can't stomp me. That's the one that you can't do to a monster.
That's fine.
Yeah. So you can both just roar at me and scare me as well. So that is one you want on your next roll.
So 3.
Yep.
At -1.
Okay. Well, okay.
All filled?
No, actually, because the banner. I'll double check that it works on Magmadroth. The banner gives me +1 to my save, so I'll be on a 3-up save, and I ignore -1 rend. So 1 failed.
Well, it's -2 rend normally, down to -1.
Oh, you did that. Okay. Yeah, then that's true.
So D3.
3 through. Yep.
That's 3,
4, 5.
5, 6, 7.
So that's 7 through. 7 4-ups. So take 4 mortal wounds back.
Cool.
And then that puts me on 9 taken.
And then the other big boy.
So 9 taken.
He will be all out attacking.
Oh dear.
So he's going to be hitting on 3s.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s.
Oh no. This could be brutal.
I don't think 6s.
Yeah, 6s do 4 mortals now.
Yeah, for the
To wound.
Gives me the 6s.
There's a 6.
That's 2 6s.
2 6s. So Battlesmith's dead.
Yeah.
So 2 6s is 8 mortals. 2, 4, 6, 8 6-ups. Oh dear. 8 6-ups on... Oh, I need to do his ward save, so I forgot about on the last wounds. So 8 6-ups on these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these guys down.
Wow.
Wow, that's exploded.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so he took 7 wounds, 2, 4, 6, 7. So let me just see how many of these I save actually. So I saved 3, which puts him back up to 8. So then he would have only taken 4. So you can put back your mortal wounds I just caused on you a minute ago, because I wouldn't have actually caused any mortal wounds at all after I've saved my extra. But now I take 8 mortal wounds from your ability there, and I save 1, which puts me down to 1 wound, and that's before your damage even comes through. So what damage have you got? Oh dear.
That's D6 per 1.
Yeah. So how many? What's the rend?
There was 2 at -2, so there'll be 4 at -2.
4 at -2. Oh,
yeah.
goodness. Okay. So 2 goes 2 through because I ignore 1 -1. So 2 through. I'm dead.
That's 4. Yeah, 10.
Okay. So he is then dead. So then he takes 8 damage. 2, 4, 6, 8, and we'll spill over 8 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds onto the insensate rage. But he is out of there.
Wow.
Yeah. Decimated. So battle shock test for this guy here. Goodbye. He's gone as well. That's the whole flank wiped out.
That's what I want to happen.
Yeah, that's last turn. Last turn that would have been absolutely key. So that is the end of Rick's turn 5. How many points did you get there?
Well, I got...
Bring it down.
I got Bring It Down, which is 2.
You got a monster, which is 1.
Is 3.
Yeah.
And I control this objective.
Yeah.
So that's 1. So I get a grand total of 4.
4 for that turn, taking you to 17.
Yeah.
To my 21. So it is a loss for the Khorne demons.
Not by much though.
Not by much. I mean, if we calculate it up, I'm not going to kill your battle line.
No, so we're going to get.
So you'll get 3 points, which will take you up to 20.
Yeah.
So that will take you up to 20. I'll just keep my stuff where it is for the last turn, and I'll hold 1 for 1 point. In fact,
to be fair,
I'd have to have a look and see what. Yeah, it might be quite close, actually. I'm just going to check a couple of things and then we'll get back to you before the finals. Okay, so we decided, I just said to Rick that I would take Slay the Warlord with Hearthguard Berserkers. And then Rick said, well, if you do that, straight away in your command phase, he's going to spend 4 blood type points and move the Unfettered Fury Bloodthirster, so I can't get to him. So that is the end of the game. The end of the game scores are for Rick. 20, did we say?
Yeah,
20 points for Rick. I was on 21 points at the beginning of that turn. I will get 3 points for having a battle line left alive, just like Rick. And then I will also get 1 point for the objective. Yeah. So that puts me on 25.
25 to 20.
25 to 20. Final score. I think certainly not taking them as Hermdar helps to make it a more interesting game. We are going to have a little break from the Fyreslayers for a little while. Coming up next, we have a guest on the channel who is going to be bringing Nagash and his Blood Knights. It sounds like a horrible list.
It's a nasty list.
And he's going to be taking on my Legions of the First Prince list that I took to a tournament recently, and it did quite well. So that will be up next on the channel. If you've enjoyed the content, please, please, please like and subscribe. A big thank you to all the subscribers so far, up to 250 subscribers. So we're going really well. I do plan on doing a quite a big giveaway at some point that will be either one of the larger Age of Sigmar boxes or one of the larger 40k boxes. Haven't quite decided yet. but we'll be doing a giveaway that will be to the sub. So if you subscribe, then likely when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll do a giveaway of one of the big boxes. Maybe we'll even give the person the choice of what sort of box they would like. So that's the end of the game. 20 points to Khorne Demons, 25 to Fyreslayers. Fyreslayers are victorious. We will catch you back in a second for unit of the game, and then that'll be us.
But then
Rick's saying insensate rage blow first of him just because of that last moment of glory there that I got him. I will just stay my Hearthguard Berserkers as always. You can't not have the Hearthguard Berserkers. I'm really sorry that this guy didn't get to do much, but if I'd gone out, then he would have been blown off the table. So that's it. It's a Fyreslayer's victory again. For now, but there is nasty Nurgle lists coming and Techless Sentinel bomb lists coming. There's all sorts coming. But we're going to keep the Fyreslayers off for a little while and try and keep the mix coming. Hopefully, Rick has requested to use my Grey Knights in one of the upcoming games. So we're going to have a 40k game. It'll be Grey Knights. Why don't you guys decide whether it's Grey Knights versus Necrons, Sisters of Battle, Red Scorpions, or Custodes. You guys can decide. So if you comment below, then we will play the Grey Knights versus whoever you want them to play against. So that's it. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in to Black Mountain Wargaming, and we'll catch you next time.